up first of all because there's not a lot of people really kind of talk about Bridge. I think it's overlooked a little bit as a program, and it's a shame because it has a lot to offer and it's available free with your subscription. So if you've got Photoshop, if you're paying for that on Adobe, then you generally get Photoshop, Bridge and Lightroom that you can download together. And a lot of people maybe just don't even bother going near Bridge because they don't know what it is, they don't really know what it does. So I thought I would just take a wee moment to cover some of the things that it does today, because it's fantastic for helping to organise your files, renaming your files, the metadata of your files as well. So all things that are really important, especially in this day and age with SEO, and if you're looking to get your files found, then you want to make sure that you've got, you know, good metadata on each of your images as well. So these images that I have here at the top are not my images. I've just downloaded them from one of the free sharing sites that there's many out there. Pexels, I can't think of any other ones offhand just now, but there's many of them, and we can go through that in a later video. But Pexels is one. So I've only downloaded these just now just to use them in a couple of tutorials for you. So when you open up Bridge, it might look something like this. So in the left hand column here you've got the favourites tab, and then you've also got your folders tab as well. So the favourites tab is really basically giving you all the sort of bigger parts of your computer and your desktop, your documents, etc. And then folders is just the individual folders that are in each of these parts of the computer. So if you hit on desktop and then go to folders, it's going to give you all the folders that are on there. So if we go back to computer, for instance, it's telling you exactly my hard drive, and also I've got my card plugged in at the moment as well. So if I go back to desktop, go to folders, and I'm going to go to the Photoshop folders that I had on there to show you. So you can drag these sliders to wherever you want, and if you do get if you mess it up or you think that you've done anything wrong with it, if you just come straight up to here, click Windows, Workspace, and then Reset Workspace, and it will go back to exactly this. This is exactly what it will look like. Okay, so don't worry about it. So you can move this along as you like. So if you highlight your first image, if you come down to the very bottom here, this little slider here will allow you to make these images bigger or smaller so that you can see them as comfortably as you like. So when I click on each image, you'll notice here over in the right hand side it has metadata and the keywords. So in the metadata, if you had a wedding folder, you could highlight all of them, and you could actually come up and create a template so that everything had the same metadata and keywords inside it, so that you wouldn't have to go through them individually and do individual metadata and keyword creation for each image. So you would actually just come up here to the tools bar, and you can see it here, create metadata template. So you would create that, and then you could actually go in here and name your template. So this could be your wedding template, and you could put that in there and then fill in each of the sections. So you can put your email address in it if you want, your phone number, postal code, your name, and then you can have your description keywords as well. So you can actually see that this one, someone's actually put the keywords in, because obviously it's not my image, in the date it was created. So, you know, that can all be This is where things like that can be changed as well. So you can go in there and put all your keywords in for each wedding that you go to. And these are great for SEO, you know, because Google can't read images, and this is the kind of thing that it's actually looking for. So it's definitely something to think about. You can put your copyright in here as well. So that's a good one as well. You can put that it's a copyrighted image. It's not public domain, so you can put that in, and obviously your clients have printing rights, but they don't have copyright. So this is if you want to learn how to do that, or anyone out there who's learning about landscape images, this is where you do it. Copyright status, copyrighted, and put all your details inside. Okay, so I'm going to cancel that just now. If you've got individual images and you just want to do, you know, like I've got a bunch of different images here, maybe you're trying to create particularly keywords, you can do that just here in the metadata or keyword section. You scroll down, you can sort of see all the things that it is, you know, it's giving you different things to tick to give it an idea of where things are, and what Google's really trying to read. But these are really good, again, I say, for SEO reasons. So you would want to change your individual images, whether it's a baby or if it's a landscape, whereabouts the landscape is, what the landscape contains. This is a great example just here, actually showing you all the different things. You know, it's a young couple embracing, happy, there's trees, rustic, romantic, you know, all the words that you can think of. So you can put all of that in here and do that individually with also your copyright. Again, that's there, copyrighted, so you can put all your details in. And this will also tell you all your camera data. So you can tell that this was shot at 1.7, very shallow depth of field. The flash did not fire, where the exposure was on auto, and it was a Nikon camera D610 that they took it with. So it gives you a lot of information. They used an 85mm lens, and yeah, gives you loads and loads of information. So it's great for yourselves as well. You take your own images and you bring them in here, and you're trying to remember, you know, you've maybe took a great shot and you're wondering what was the settings again? What did I do that at? This is where you find it. So you can come down here and you can see exactly what you did, so that if you want to take note of that for any reason. Another really great feature with Adobe Bridge as well, if you come up to the top here where the Essentials is, if we go into the libraries, again, this just gives you a different kind of view and way of looking at it. You've also got Film Strip, quite similar. Okay, so here I am in the Output tab. Now this tab is great for using lots of different reasons. Perhaps you want to catalogue your own images. This can be a great way of doing it, just printing them off roughly to know sometimes what you've got. Or, you know, sometimes grandparents that are not online, or that do want to see images, but you know, you sometimes parents will ask you, do you have a way that I could show my gran, or you know, some of the images, she doesn't have the internet. This is a way you could do that. You can actually create a template for them to take away, so that they can take it and show it to family, but it's not a high resolution. It would be nothing that they could, you would need to worry that someone could print from, or anything like that kind of thing, which is, unfortunately, in this day and age, that's, you know, just part of the nature of it. So what you would do is you literally just drag your images straight in. So if I put the 6 in just now, so you can come up here to the right hand side. This is the document size. So here, that's A4 we're in for the UK. If you're in the US, you would go to letter. but we're in the UK, so I'm going to go back to A4. But you can make it any size you want, as you can see there. But if you were printing in a normal printer, then A4 is where it would be. Just keep it at 300 ppi, pixels per inch, that stands for. The image quality, so it just depends how high you want your printer really, to how much ink you want your printer to use really as well here, so image quality. Thumbnails across first, I usually find that is the best, just to leave that there. The font file, you can change that if you want, that's just for the text underneath. You can also change the size, so if you think that's too big, you can make it a bit smaller, completely up to you. And you can change the colour of it as well. So the grid's in the margin. The grid layout, so columns 3, so that is for this 1, 2, 3 across, and then the rows 1, 2, 3 down. So if you feel that you want these images to be fairly big, you can reduce the rows. So you could have 2 columns across. So we're at 1 and 1 column there, sorry. So if I do 2 columns across, and then 2 columns down. So there you go. So we've got 4 images. So you could print out all of your images like that if you wanted. Put it back to the way we had it. You can have 3 in 2 columns, or 3, whatever you would like. So if you decide that you want to change any of the images around, you can take them out. You just have to highlight it and click remove. Very easy. Or if you want to just reset the whole thing, you just click reset underneath. So as I say, you can just drag your images in anywhere you want. I used to use these contact sheets for my nurseries. I found they were a fantastic way of handing in to the nursery, so that the parents could actually have a look at them without having to go online as well. I know that online has benefits too, but I just enjoyed this way of doing it, and we had heady paper, and then all our images were done underneath with a contact sheet. If you want to change your header and footer, you can do that here. So you can include a header, you can type something up the top, your proofs. You can increase the size of that. You can keep it in to the left, to the right, to the middle, whatever you would like. And if you want to include a footer, it's just exactly the same way that you go about it, just there as well. If you want to have a watermark, you can watermark your images. So you could have a text watermark. Let's put proof. Increase the size. You can see that. So down here you can choose where you want that to be placed on your image. Do you want it at an angle? Put a 15-degree angle. And you can change the opacity of it as well. So if you want it to be slightly lighter, you can do that there. So I hope that this has been a useful tutorial for you. It's a really handy piece of software to use and get used to using. As I say, just even for being able to do proofs and hand them to people, and the metadata for your images, all those kind of things are really good for to know. And if you do want to export any of your PDFs, once you've completed them, you just come down here, click Export PDF, name your PDF, and then just put it in whatever folder that you want. So it's in perfect size for printing out. So give it a go, and I hope that it's I hope that you have lots of fun using it and getting used to it. Thanks.